Hello, welcome to Not for Educational Purposes, where we take a random subject we know nothing about and attempt to understand more about it using the internet, while we careen off topic and see how far away from the original purpose of the show we can get. Please be advised, this podcast is so unhinged that we lost the door centuries ago. There will be nonsense, chaos, lots of giggles, and most importantly, swearing and possibly mild sexual content. You know, all the fun stuff, not for children. Listen at your own discretion.
There we go. Perfect.
All right, I actually did my job today, which is wild.
Ooh. Also, Mars, it's lovely to meet you face to face. Hi.
Hi, Mars. Or not. Hi, Nurse. James picked the drinks when we went out for lunch, and James's alcohol tolerance is a little stronger than mine.
So we're feeling a little bit loopy today. Got it. This will be a spicy episode.
I'm sober.
So am I. You and I can play referee. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Emotional support.
Yes. James is not allowed to pick the drinks next time.
Hey, I'm great at picking drinks. So good.
Or you could just pick different drinks. Like,
Fair.
you don't have to pick the same drink as each other.
Well, James said I would like it, which was true.
It was true. I wasn't wrong.
That's
There's also
fair.
absinthe in it.
Yes.
First off, I love absinthe. The absinthe is amazing.
There's
I'll
also
take your word
rum
for it.
and also other stuff.
It doesn't even taste anything in it.
Yes, it does.
I'm a wine person.
I'm a nun person.
And you wouldn't have liked it. It was not very sweet.
Well, it's not sweet.
Oh, y'all had last night was nasty.
It was good.
Wow.
The bourbon that I made.
Great. Like, was there
You
any
don't
sweetener
like
in it?
tea?
No.
I mean, yes.
Like bitter things.
Oh, so Earl Grey for one is bitter. Blackberries are not very sweet, and neither is
Sugar in it.
bourbon.
Just not for your taste buds.
Yeah. You gotta like you like the sweet. We
Did
like
you
the
just
bitter.
say that blackberries aren't sweet?
No, I said they're not as sweet as like a regular berry.
They couldn't sweeten up a drink.
Yeah,
That is
they're
true.
not-
It
yeah.
depends on the blackberry, though.
I do love blackberries.
Like, there's something real different about wild blackberries.
Huh?
There's still some in the refrigerator.
Not the alcohols. It's just blackberries.
Oh yeah, you said you like blackberries.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still some in the refrigerator.
That was just nope.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna start now.
That's smart. We all be heard. And
Welcome to Not for Educational Purposes. I am Kai.
I'm Nova.
I'm Mars.
And I'm James.
We have a special guest, Mars, today. Everybody clap. Yay, Mars. Whee!
I guess we should have done that the other way.
Oh well.
Slow surprise.
Fun fact, Mars and James are a wee bit tipsy, so this might be a little super extra spicy episode. We're gonna see how it goes, but it'll be a fun time regardless.
Also, everyone say happy birthday to Nerd because it was recently her birthday.
That's true. Yay, me!
Happy birthday podcast.
26 years young. Am I
6
the,
years
am I
young.
the second oldest or the third oldest?
You're the youngest.
Yeah. Sorry. Second. By
You're
second
the
oldest,
oldest.
I mean from the bottom.
Nerd is third,
Yeah.
and
Nova's last.
Nova's last.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nova's
I'm
the baby.
869 years old.
Nova's the baby.
No, Nova, I'm talking about quote unquote human age. We're not talking about actual age.
Human ages.
We're talking about the age that we look, Nova.
No, we're all 12 then.
Yeah,
Like,
because we're all children.
that's fair.
All
Figure
right.
it out. If you walk up to a bar with confidence, they're not gonna card you. That is what I figured out.
That's
because
true.
I walked up real nervously to a bar at one point and they carded me definitely. But I walked up with confidence to the same bar and they did not card me.
Yeah.
For a bartender, it was wild.
Yeah. It's all about presentation.
Yeah.
What was wild? Yeah. I don't know. All right. Well, I actually did my job, so like we have things from people. And all you out there on the Instagrams, thank you so much. Are we ready to get started?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you have any like wild facts that are true or that seem true that we can look up, feel free to either email us at friendlyneighborhoodchangeling@gmail.com or follow my Instagram and I'll post those up sometimes for you to send in your facts. When I remember.
Your Instagram is it underscore FlickerSpark or is it just FlickerSpark?
It's FlickerSpark_.
I knew there was an underscore in there somewhere.
Yeah, it's just at the other side, and it makes me very sad. Anyways, all right, where should we start?
Oh, I got one for you.
Oh,
Did you know hedgehogs that have penises can give themselves blowjobs?
No. What?
I mean, that doesn't surprise me because they are very curly individuals.
didn't know that.
They can become circular very quickly.
Oh man.
I'm not gonna look that up because logically that just makes sense.
I feel like that was a little too far. You Google it.
Google's like, are you okay?
Are you sure?
Can
Okay.
hedgehogs give themselves blowjobs? Google just responds, "Are you all right?"
Yes.
Official Tim the Blue Man said before Technicolor, so 1940s, 1950s, humans thought they dreamed in black and white.
That's
What?
fascinating.
Did they really?
I thought everybody dreamed in black and white.
Do you dream in black?
Yes, I dream in black and white. What the fuck do you dream in color?
Yes.
Yes.
I dream every
No.
night. Like that's a
I only dream when I have nightmares. So there's that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why black and white's spooky to you.
I love black and white like film, but I don't know. My nightmares are not fun.
That reminds me of a Calvin and Hobbes comic in which Calvin's dad tries to convince Calvin that the reason black and white photos exist isn't because we didn't have color film, it's because the world was actually just black and white. So they're color photos of black and white world. And at some point, the world turned into color.
Oh man,
I love that
100%
comic.
believe that for a long time.
the world used to be black and white.
Yeah, I 100% believe
Now we're
that.
like, oh,
Interesting. So yeah, studies from 1915 through the 1950s suggested that the vast majority of dreams are in black and white. But the tides turned in the 60s, and later results suggested that up to 83% of dreams contain some color.
that was wild. So not everyone dreams in full color?
Well, I mean, we've established this already. 1 out of 4 of us dreams in black and white.
I dream in mine are nightmares, but like I mean, they're not good either. So like all the gore that I see in my dreams, like that's definitely black and white. That should be red.
Yeah.
You know.
That's wild.
I mean, I would also assume that like colorblind people don't have dreams in full color either because
Yeah.
they've never experienced full color.
That's
Yeah.
wild. Oh man. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like it.
I'm pretty sure I dream in color. I couldn't definitively say I do, but I'm pretty sure I do.
Most of my dreams that are like intense, and all I can remember is the black and white. Like I don't remember any color being in like the walls or any like the people's faces. I just remember black and white. It was like a weird monochrome, like I was in a film. Like
That's wild. Do you dream in black and white?
Yeah, no, I dream in color.
the feelings are real, like it, like
Yeah.
as if it's real life. But
Yeah. I mean, that's sort of dreams anyway. It was just like, man, I wish this dream when bad things happen, and then you wake up and it was a dream.
Yeah.
Did you know that the original Addams family house was actually pastel colored?
what?
No.
So the thing with shooting in black and white is that true black and white, like, it doesn't show up as well in black and white film.
Mhm.
So you have to use things that are colored. So if you can imagine Morticia Addams dressed up in all black, because that's what she wears, in a pastel house full of pinks and purples and yellows and blues, because that's what they had to shoot in, because it showed up better on black and white film. Same with Dorothy's, the white shirt of Dorothy's shirt from The Wizard of Oz is actually pink because it shows up better in black and white.
That's so
wild.
trippy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fun facts.
I'm here for these facts. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, along the line of movies, absolutely underscore something disgrace Phil. That's not right. Said Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was originally nearly made into a full-fledged horror movie. I feel like we've
I feel
Really?
like I believe that.
Oh, what the fuck?
I was told that before.
I watched Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and the other two that fell behind it that I can't remember the names of. And I remember watching them as a child, and I was like a little unnerved by them, but I definitely didn't know that they were going to be horror movies.
Yeah, they were originally supposed to be horror movies.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that would have made a lot of sense because it was fucking terrifying, but like, I didn't think about it at the time. I was like, oh, this is a movie that we're watching. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have any evidence that it was supposed to be a horror movie, but it does say that there are a lot of horror tropes in it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The guy who came up with the movie is a renowned horror director. Oh God. Is this just facts? Oh, this is just 19 facts. Hang on a second. Let me.
Oh, no. What?
Number 15. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids earned an award for poor grammar.
Oh no.
Because it's supposed to be, it should be shrank, not shrunk.
Yeah, it really should though.
Yeah.
That it's not. I like anything that says fuck the rules. I do what I want.
Yeah. Oh, 19. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is basically a horror movie. Consider the evidence. It's got an obsessive scientist, giant bugs, a near death by lawnmower, and the Freudian nightmare of a father nearly eating his son. The nod to horror films of the past was intentional on the part of Gordon, who sees the movie as a homage to Fright Night flicks like Attack of the Crab Monsters and The Incredible Shrinking Man. So, it was directed by a horror director. It was never meant to be a horror, but he tried his best.
He was like, we're gonna make this horror adjacent.
Yeah.
It's the LaCroix of horror movies.
There you go.
Man, that was
I
good.
love comparing things to LaCroix because it's always fun.
I love that that's just a meme at this point.
Yeah, LaCroix has just turned into nothingness and always has been.
All right. Ravenclawboy17 said, in England, it's illegal to carry a fish suspiciously, and I really want them to clarify as to what suspiciously means.
You're not allowed to suspiciously carry so like sticking out of your back pocket, that's suspicious.
Or is it
holding as a baby, that's suspicious.
Suspiciously carry a fish.
Carry it in your mouth.
Or like the way that your face looks while you're carrying it.
In a baby carrier.
In a baby.
We got a papoose. Like,
Excuse me, can I see your child? Yeah, he's just a little fishy though.
don't put it in a gun holster. Like,
Yeah, what would it fit in? Well, I guess depending
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. This makes much more sense. The Salmon Act of 1986 is an act of parliament which outlines the difference between legal and illegal salmon fishery, among other things. The act also makes it illegal to quote unquote handle salmon in suspicious circumstances. The act defines what suspicious circumstances are, however, as when salmon have been fished illegally. So
you just don't be suspicious. Don't be
suspicious. Just don't fish salmon illegally.
Yeah, so just don't steal. Don't steal from the earth.
Yeah.
Okay, that's less fun than I wanted it to be.
I know. I wanted it to be like, is it just like sneaking out of your bag, or like, is it on your head under your hat? Like what?
Suspicious.
What defines suspicious?
Something's a little fishy here.
Oh man.
I was waiting for that.
Oh, man. Well, we can continue with fish, because
Hell yeah.
Clincy said sharks existed before trees.
What?
This feels not true.
No,
What?
that's true.
Well, the whole planet was water before there was any land, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was a whole planet full of water. I'm not sure how the fucking land got here to begin with. Did a meteor?
Dry. It's probably dried.
Yeah, and like near the equator probably like dried out some of the like lesser parts of the ocean.
The land was always here.
Oh,
It was just covered with water.
so Atlantis.
Yeah. And then the Ice Age happened. So all the water turned into ice.
Well, fuck.
Because sharks have existed.
Sharks have been around longer than what we consider to be modern trees.
Wait, so what is not modern trees?
Sequoias.
Trees without Alexa?
Basically. So, 360 million years ago, the now extinct Archaeopteryx tree set the precedent for the modern day tree.
You just walk around asking for iced tea lattes.
Yeah, basically.
Ice tree latte.
Iced tree lattes.
Sharks, on the other hand, have been around for 400 million years.
Oh goddamn.
They have also survived at least 4 global mass extinctions.
Gee, which tree?
No, shark.
Oh, shark. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He said we here to stay.
Yeah. You can't get rid of us.
Nope. We've been here since before you.
This is why they're terrifying. Just so everyone out there knows, I do have an irrational fear of sharks.
You should also have an irrational fear of orcas then, because orcas are the only thing that can fuck up a shark.
Are terrifying.
Orcas are the humans of the water world.
That's true.
So are dolphins. Dolphins are assholes.
Dolphins are fucking
Orcas
assholes.
are a type of dolphin.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm gonna need the whole dolphin race to calm the fuck down. Like,
Yeah.
No.
they
Yeah.
really said rape, murder, pillage, just like the humans.
Yeah.
Well, dolphins are actually the mermaids in theory. Don't do Atlantis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have any proof other.
True.
Aren't octopuses theorized to have been aliens by some people?
Octopuses?
Like conspiracy theory? Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd believe that.
they're theorized to be aliens. That's correct.
I would believe that some people believe that they were aliens.
Yeah.
I personally do not believe that, but
I also do not.
I can see how some people would think that. They're weird enough. And
They're
like
evolutionary jellyfish.
They're
definitely
super
smart
smart.
enough. Sorry?
Yeah. So like they're evolutionized jellyfish.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
real big
basically.
jellyfish.
Oh man. I read something that was like jellyfish will sometimes just hunt a fish just for the fun of it. Like they'll run up and just like bop them.
Well,
And then
I mean, most jellyfish can't really like speedy get anywhere.
not jellyfish, octopus.
Oh,
Octopuses.
octopus.
Yes,
and I said blowfish.
Absolutely. They will absolutely punt a fish for entertainment. I've also read articles in which I read this one about an octopus that was kept in an aquarium, like a conservation aquarium, and it would get fed fish, right? So someone tossed like 5 fish in there and then went back to sit at their desk or whatever, and like 15 minutes later got a fish to the back of the head.
Yeah.
So this octopus had taken the fish and ate 4 of them, but the last one was rancid. So it took it and got out of its tank, walked its way to where the human was, because it knew where the human was, launched this fish at the back of his head, turned around and went back to his tank.
That is amazing.
Just live outside of water.
Like,
I mean, they can just hang out.
That I meant like octopuses are theorized to have been aliens by some people that believe that.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you said.
That was what I said? Okay,
Yeah.
then never
Yeah,
mind.
You also took them for jellyfish once.
Okay.
yeah.
We'll be.
I don't know how long octopuses can be without water. I
I'm
assume
impaired all the time.
they can be without water for a little bit.
I
Yeah.
feel like a few days would be
Probably
correct.
couple hours.
Hours?
How smart are they actually? Do we know?
They're the closest to humans besides dolphins, I believe.
I think they're smarter than dolphins.
They might be smarter.
About 20 to 30 minutes.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
So
Yeah, that's
that
not-
would have been like a 20-minute trek, effectively.
He said I used my 1 fucking out of 9 lives to come yeet this
Yeet a fish at his head.
That's the most human thing. It's like, this motherfucker gave me
They're smart
bad
as fuck.
food. You're
Yeah.
getting a A bad review.
Yeah, bad. 1 star on Yelp.
Yep.
Don't ever eat here.
I'll attest to that.
4 out of 5 fish. Would not recommend.
Oh man,
That was wonderful.
that's funny.
I like that.
Oh, I love it.
All right. Anyways, in what is CT?
Central Time.
No, what state?
Connecticut.
CT?
Connecticut.
Oh.
Yeah, that's correct.
In CT, a pickle must bounce 1 foot in the air in order to be sold.
What?
In Connecticut, a pickle must bounce 1 foot in the air in order to be sold. Elijah _Echo _ something said that.
Well,
Are we talking?
is it true, nerd?
Dill,
Probably.
dill pickles, sliced pickles,
Or bread and butter
Yeah,
pickles?
I think
Like,
it's full,
what
like,
kind of pickles are you
size
talking
pickles.
about? Like hot?
Because you can't really bounce a pickle chip,
Oh,
but you could like bounce a gherkin.
yeah.
You could bounce a gherkin. You could bounce any kind of pickle that hasn't been chopped.
Yeah,
If it's been chopped, probably not. Probably can't
Yeah.
bounce that.
because it's not like
Doesn't have.
it doesn't have an inside.
Yeah.
I know you could definitely bounce a pickled egg.
Yeah, but we're talking about pickles, not pickled egg.
I know, but like,
You could bounce a pickled egg once. Like,
Like they're like little balls.
yeah, they're like
Because
rubber
then
because
you got
of
like
the
hardware.
vinegar.
okay, I've never eaten a pickled egg, guys.
They're gross. I wouldn't recommend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. That's why I haven't eaten
4
them.
out of 5 fish would not recommend.
It's just how we're gonna start rating things.
But we can bounce them.
So we can't bounce them. They're great for bouncy balls. They're fun at parties.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
If you
Ah.
take egg and you like a full, not even cooked egg, and you submerge it in vinegar for a while, it essentially becomes a bouncy ball.
It's true.
Yeah,
I'm upset about this fact.
I've seen a video about that.
yeah.
But it's still not cooked, so if the outside punctures, then you get egg everywhere.
Yeah.
Gross.
But the eggshell like
It's like a water balloon.
becomes all rubbery.
No,
Yeah,
that's nasty.
Yeah, it's perfect. That's what we use for it's modern day egging.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's uncomfy and messy.
Ew.
It could probably break a window too.
Probably.
If it's like a real egg would probably bust a window, but like a rubbery one that would just like squish and just like.
Ew.
We
We could try it.
No.
We have eggs.
We don't have vinegar.
Yeah, we do.
It does not say that the pickles need to bounce a foot in the air. You're supposed to drop it from a foot in the air and see if it bounces. And the reason for this is because people in 1948 were trying to sell pickles that had gone bad, so
Oh,
they
no.
didn't bounce.
Wait a second. Pickles can go bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you leave them long enough. It's still food. It's not invincible.
Okay, well, I thought they were invincible.
Well, how do you have them to go bad?
They're not
Because
feeling
vinegar is a natural preservative.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought.
Yeah, but if you leave it out of the vinegar,
Oh,
so
there's
you-
the fuck up.
Yeah.
Take it out the vinegar. What are you doing? Leave it in the fridge in the vinegar. The pickle's fine forever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still
Well,
probably not
not
forever. Just
forever.
for like, some period of
Okay, well,
time.
hopefully you don't take forever to eat it. Like, if you don't like pickles, they shouldn't be in your fridge. You
Yeah.
know?
Point of the story is eat pickles. Eat your
Yes.
pickles if you buy pickles.
Yes.
I don't like pickles.
No, those are gross.
You don't like pickles?
No.
I like gherkins.
I like pickled other things, but I don't really like cucumbers, which is what a pickle is.
Yeah, that's
So,
true. I like cucumbers.
I like pickled beets. Pickled beets are so good.
That sounds good. I
They're
like beets.
so good.
I don't like beets. I haven't had them in the last
I
7
drank.
years, so I don't know whether or not I actually don't like them, but I
I-
know that the last time I tried them, they were disgusting.
I really like roasted beets, and I really like pickled beets. I don't like steamed beets. They're kind of nasty.
I like them sick beets.
Them sick
Hey. I'm not a beatboxer. I can't drop a beat right now.
Me neither. I grew up way too white for that.
Where?
Oh, you could just do boots and cats.
Boots and cats and
Boots
boots
and
and
cats
cats.
and boots and cats and boots and cats.
There we go.
I can't beatbox for the life of me, but fuck, I love hearing it.
Like it's so So cool.
Like D-Lo, the beatboxer named D-Lo, fucking fantastic. I listen to that shit on YouTube just for funsies.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Oh, I do know that this is a true fact, but I have a follow-up question after it.
Okay.
So Andrew.Stacy.9 said bananas are berries, but strawberries are not.
What?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
Did you know?
No, that seems ridiculous.
Yeah, bananas are strawberries. Aren't strawberries like a flower or something like that?
Strawberries aren't berries because the seed isn't on the inside, right?
What are they?
The seeds
Yeah.
are the inside and the outside. What do you mean?
No, the seeds are just on the outside.
So
Yeah.
a berry is an indehiscent, not splitting apart at maturity fruit, derived from a single ovary and having the whole wall. I don't know what that means. Whole wall fleshy? That sounds gross. Berries are not all tiny and they're not all sweet. Surprisingly, eggplants, tomatoes, and avocados are botanically classified as berries, and the popular strawberry is not a berry at all.
No, that feels weird to me.
Berries are a subcategory of fruits, the sweet, fleshy, seed-holding structures of a flowering plant. So, bananas develop from a flower with a single ovary and have a soft skin, fleshy middle, and small seeds. As such, they meet all the botanical requirements of a berry and can be considered both a fruit and a berry. So the reason that strawberries are not considered berries is because the seeds are on the outside of the berry.
So that makes them a fruit?
It just makes them a fruit.
Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
Oh, okay. I have a follow-up question to this. So there was something, I don't remember if it was on TikTok or if it was on Instagram or somewhere, but that said there are technically no vegetables.
That is correct.
What?
Every type of vegetable is a different type of plant. So kale, for example, is the leaf of a plant that's very similar to broccoli. Broccoli is just the pre-flowered flower.
Yep.
So if you leave a broccoli to grow, all of those little green things on the head will sprout open and become flowers. So they're just, and you can eat the leaves of a broccoli like kale. It's in exactly the same family as kale, but broccoli and kale are flowers. I'm sure that spinach is also a flower.
Artichokes are flowers.
Artichokes are flowers. Peppers are technically a fruit because they've got seeds on the inside. What else? So
This makes me curious. So what is a vegetable? So vegetable is just
it's
like,
not.
It's a fake word made up.
It's a fake made up word. It's a made up word for all of the things that people don't want to call fruit and flowers.
Yeah. And
isn't that everything that we have ever come up with is all just made up words to like
Yes.
do a thing? Well, technically,
like-
there are vegetables because it is another made up word that we have made up for these things.
yeah,
Scientifically, vegetables don't exist. So like in terms of a scientific class system, vegetables are not a class. But in terms of like linguistically, vegetables absolutely exist.
yeah. There we go.
So scientifically they do not. In terms of humanity, they exist.
We believe you exist, vegetables. We're here for you.
I mean, talk
People
about God.
believe gods exist.
There we go. See?
So anything is possible if you just believe.
Oh man, we had somebody yell at us today.
We fully did.
Nice.
Oh man, it was a old white man who
Of course,
asked us.
it's
to
always
have it.
old white people.
Oh!
Sometimes it's middle-aged white people, but you know.
Yeah, it's hard though when they trick you. They're like, get you in with say, I have a genuine question. You're like, all
Do
right,
you
maybe you're not.
actually?
Yeah.
And then they're like, says terrible person thing. And you're like, fooled me again.
It's like that wasn't a question.
It's like, nope, I know exactly what he's about to do.
I'm gullible and assume the best in people.
I don't.
Yeah.
Sir, it is not very Christian of you to try to push your religion on other people. Maybe you should listen to your God before you start talking about mine. Thank you.
Oh my
Goodbye.
god. There was a TikTok I saw. It was like
Tell me one thing that people believe is in the Bible that isn't actually in the Bible, and the response was white people.
Yes!
That's amazing.
That's the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Fuck.
White.
Not a single fucking one of them. Not even a little bit. Just not even one.
No.
Every single one, brown. Fucking brown.
Yeah.
Tell you what.
Yeah. It makes me like the recent Doctor Who episode about Pompeii. They would have also not have been white, right?
No, they definitely wouldn't have been white.
Because everyone in that show was definitely white.
Yeah. Well,
Oh yeah, but that's Britain for you.
Doctor Who is racist. Doctor Who's definitely the writers of Doctor Who is racist.
If you're writing and shooting in England,
That's also true.
and you
so,
refuse to get people of color for your show, of course it's going to be fucking white.
The writers are racist. We all know this. We know the reality of what people in Pompeii look like. They're fucking brown.
Yeah, it'd been weird. Like, Tennant and Donna to walk in there, and people would have been like,
Yeah, they'd have been like, what the fuck?
"What is wrong with your skin?
Yeah.
You're gonna get a sunburn."
They definitely would have been like, they should have been far more Mediterranean, that's for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Man.
Anyway, I knew this. Saturn will technically float if you put it in water.
That is true. Didn't we look that up at one point?
I feel like we did.
I think we
like to
did.
remember it.
Saturn would float because it's made of gas.
Space episode that we didn't talk about Saturn floating.
Yeah.
I thought we did. We talked about Saturn floating in something.
Yeah.
I think you guys might have talked about Saturn floating, but I don't think I was here for that.
Maybe.
Saturn floats. I mean, it has light rings around it.
That was good.
Someone says that's wrong.
What?
Who? Is it a .org or a .com?
Right?
This is from Wired,
Wired.
which is
I work for a science museum. I know that this is correct.
Puts hands on hips. I know things.
someone's done the math.
Oh shit. Someone said, I'm pissed off that somebody else said this, so we're gonna fix that.
Hang on, there's a lot of math terms. Give me a second.
In Saturn that make it float.
Right. I mean,
Or that would
create
make it
buoyancy.
It's
Nothing
also
to do with the weight or anything.
too big to fit
Yeah.
on anything that could make it float.
Yeah.
Technically, it could float, but it can't because there's not enough water to hold Saturn.
If we could make it small and put it in a cup, it
It
would float.
float. Yeah.
But we can't do that.
Just finds a galaxy that's all fucking H2O. Like, Saturn, you go here and play with it.
And be like, no.
No, don't go in the deep end. This dog's the best dog.
Oh, I have another follow-up one after that.
Oh. Okay. It kind of floats, but not really. It's effectively like the logic here being if there was a place that had enough water to hold Saturn, we have to assume that it's a planet, and therefore we have to take into consideration gravity. So if the water, if it has the same gravity pull as Earth to keep the water where it needs to be, then the density would be weird. Like there would be more gravity, so Saturn wouldn't float.
I think that fact, in general, is not like taking into account like the gravitational pull of either planet. It is if you take this planet specifically and put it in a cup of water without like by its
then it
chemical
would
compound.
absolutely float. Yes, this person mansplained it effectively.
Gross. Enjoy the fact that things are cool.
I know.
Don't ruin it for people. But the gravity, no,
shut up.
No, it's the same problem I have with fucking Pluto.
Yeah.
Like, no, this is the thing, and this is why it's okay. Stop.
Let Pluto be happy.
Let Pluto be the king of the dwarf planets. I don't care.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think this is a fact. I think Jupiter. We sent a satellite past Jupiter, or something out past Jupiter, and we named it after his wife, after Jupiter's wife, and all of the planets, like the moons circulating Jupiter. I think they're named after his lovers. And I think that that's a funny fact. And I just want to know if this is true or not. Because if you sin, because some scientists would have been like, ha, this is funny, because they would have been the ones to do that.
It's absolutely true. And I can tell you that right now. I can at least tell you that the moons are named after his lovers, because one of the moons is named Io, and Jupiter is Zeus, and Io is the mother of Artemis and Apollo.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I think she is. I might be getting that wrong, but anyway.
Heard a lot of people.
Satellite named after his wife.
Tyrant.
Yeah, Juno.
Yeah.
The spacecraft is named Juno after Jupiter's wife. NASA's Juno mission will deliver the punchline on a 400-year-old joke. Jupiter is about to get busted.
Oh, man. Oh, I love scientists so much. They're so fun.
Yeah. Fucking NASA. You know how all of Jupiter's moons are named after his lovers and affairs? NASA is sending a craft to check up on Jupiter. You know what the craft is called? Juno. Who's Juno? Jupiter's wife.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know where I learned that.
I
It's a
love
meme.
that so much.
I'm 100% positive we learned it from a meme.
Thank you, Mr. Eater91. I don't know. Thank you for that fact about Saturn, because it reminded me of one about Jupiter.
Oh, it's delightful.
Right.
I love it
right.
so much.
You want to move things back to Earth, or does anyone have any more fun space facts? All right, let's move it back to Earth. Something you just typed a bunch of letters into your username. Said there is a type of construction paper that is made from elephant poop.
Yep.
No, what?
There's also a coffee made out of cat poop.
No, it's made out of the coffee beans that have gone through a cat's digestive system.
But it's
It's still cat shit.
What do you mean?
It's very
What?
made out of
Richard.
lemur poop too.
Richard?
That's because lemur's digestive system works in like 20 minutes. Like you eat it and it's through their system.
Yep.
I would never want to eat anything that came out of somebody's ass. That's not. I don't. Especially a cat.
Yeah.
An animal. Stop. I'm not sure how to classify that. Is that bestiality? Is it just gross? What are we doing?
It's definitely not vegan.
That's nasty. It's definitely not vegan.
Yeah, it is, because then it's out on the ground and it's
Did the
not
cat
hurting
say
anybody.
yes?
It's not hurting anybody. It's not hurting an animal.
Oh,
It's just very disturbing.
that's disgusting.
Yeah, is poop considered an animal product? I don't think it is.
No.
It's considered a waste product, unless they like eat it again for nutritional value.
I'll do it.
So like
Not
yeah,
for
but it's not for
nutritional value.
They do it so
We don't know that.
dogs do that because it's to clean up after like their puppies, so that other
Yeah.
predators don't come and find
Yeah.
where they are. So it's harder to track them.
Yeah. There's a whole company. It's called very aptly poo-poo paper.
No. What the fuck?
That's amazing. That makes me very good.
Oh.
Elephant poop.
Yep.
I don't understand.
Oh man. Is it like, how do they make it? Just
That's
like
what I'm saying.
They
What?
collect it, they clean and boil it. I don't know how you're supposed to clean it. Maybe from all of the gunk that's in it, like seeds and shit.
How do you do it?
Then you mix and blend it, then you color it, then you form it into balls, then you put it on a screen to make paper, and then you dry it, and then it's paper.
like don't they just like eat grass and shit?
Probably. But, you know, if some of the grass hasn't gotten digested, then
Yeah.
you gotta pick that out.
It's recycled.
It's still shit.
Technically it's better for the environment.
I'm gonna throw up.
Man, I'm here for elephant poop paper. Thank you, elephants, for making elephant poop paper.
I think it's a neat concept. I wouldn't buy it, but I think it's neat.
It's better than it's better than using trees.
If you didn't tell me, I would probably use it. But now that I know, I can never do so.
See,
That's
I would be
okay.
the
You
type
can
of
use hemp
person-
paper.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. Hemp paper, everything.
I would be the type of person that would buy a thing of this construction paper and like when someone's like, I need a piece of paper, I'd be like, look at this cool paper that
There
I
you
have. It's
go.
recycled. And then once they use it, I'd be like, it's actually elephant poop.
It's
So I'm
poop
gonna really
paper.
We both have decomposition notebooks, which is essentially like dead things. Like this notebook right here is made out of dead things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that makes sense. Like it's just that if I knew it was elephant poop paper, I wouldn't want to use it.
At that point. Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
hemp?
Okay. Anyways.
It is formed, I will say. This particular craft of making paper from elephant poo has been around for a very long time. This is how people this is a craft that people used to make paper like ages ago.
That's cool.
So
It-
it's
they can do
it's also a traditional thing.
Yeah.
This makes me very happy.
I'm here for not killing trees.
I'm
I'm just gonna say that for 100% here for not killing trees.
Okay,
no matter
but
what.
if we're using hemp paper, we're not allowed to we're not allowed to cut down trees in order to plant hemp. That's my rule.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely not. First off, we need to break down the buildings that shouldn't even be here and have like gentrified locations. So if we just like took down all those buildings and revamped the land, we'd probably be
Or
crops.
or we don't knock down the buildings and we just convert every room to a greenhouse.
Yeah.
Because
that'll
if we're
work.
knocking down the building, we're still creating waste. If we at least convert every room to a greenhouse, then we have an 18-story thing that's just full of hemp.
That's true.
You know how
but
much
then-
paper that could make? So much
Where's
paper.
So unless you use it out of like concrete, the stairs would like eventually fall to the floor, and you would have to like revamp the whole place, whether or not like
Well,
to
you just
keep the
make
structure.
the houses or the buildings out of recycled materials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that you would have to remake the whole like buildings after a while, because otherwise they will fall apart.
I mean, all buildings eventually fall apart.
Yeah.
That's just part of life.
No matter trees. And I mean physical trees. I mean you just live in a tree and don't fuck with the tree.
Unless it gets struck by lightning.
Oh man, why
That's
you gotta bring it down?
Then you want to be in a cedar tree.
You're right.
You want to be in a cedar tree if you're struck by lightning.
A cedar tree? What's the difference between being in a cedar tree and an evergreen?
Well, a
tree's not-
cedar is a type of evergreen, first of all.
Oh wow.
Evergreen is not a type. It is an umbrella term for a bunch of different trees.
Is
Like-
it really?
Cedar, pine, spruce. Evergreen just means that the leaves don't fall in the fall. That's what evergreen trees are.
Evergreens?
Sorry?
Are sequoias evergreens?
Sequoia is a type of cedar, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well, I don't know much about plants, Star. Do you know all the things about plants?
Nerd does know all the things about plants because she is a magical outside fae creature.
That's true.
true.
That's why we often confuse you for a non-binary person.
This is also true.
A sequoia, yes, a sequoia is fucking evergreen. Absolutely. It's not a cedar. I am wrong.
Oh.
So there's a sequoia, there's cedar, there's pine, there's spruce, there's one more that I'm forgetting.
Fir.
There's pine,
It's
fir. Fir, thank you. I had to think back to when I worked in a hardware store and I had to sell lumber. It was SPF, spruce, pine, fir.
I don't know about plants, but I like trees. I like trees
Yeah.
a lot. Typically the ones that look like Christmas trees. Those are my favorites. And they're all evergreens.
That is true. There's different types of those. So the reason that you want to be in a cedar, the reason you want to be cedar tree instead for things that get struck by lightning is most of the inside. You know how a tree has like rings and shit.
Mhm.
So most of the inside part of the tree is actually not being used to conduct water or nutrients. It's actually the outside of the. It's like the outside inch or 2 inches of the tree. So when a tree is struck by lightning, usually a fire will start at the inside of the tree and it will burn out, it will hollow out the tree. But there are cedar trees that are still standing, that have been hollowed out by fire, that are still alive because the outside part of the tree is still alive.
Cool.
I like
Okay,
that.
that's cool.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna make a tree house, make it in a cedar tree.
And cedar.
Yeah,
smells
but
really-
also be careful about that, because every single human on Earth is allergic to cedar. Some are just more allergic to cedar than others.
How so?
I didn't know that.
Like, that's why you should always wear gloves if you're handling cedar.
Never
Because
handled cedar
some
before,
people
but-
can get really bad allergic reactions from
Wow.
cedar.
That's wild.
But it might just make you a little bit itchy.
What if, hear me out, make the fucking tree house and the ladder out of materials that include rubber.
Because what's rubber made of?
trees.
What?
Yeah, rubber.
Rubber's made. Oh no.
What? Yeah, that would not go well.
Also, rubber, like, never... I mean, it does die, but it also,
takes-
like, never dies. What's rubber made of?
You'd have houses forever.
Rubber
Wow.
is certain tropical plants or derived from petroleum and natural gas.
Okay,
So-
see, my oh no came from remembering where glue came from. And I just-
Yeah, we don't like to think about that.
In place, and it does not. Okay.
So, yeah,
Apparently-
natural...
I don't-
Sorry.
not.
Natural rubber
Really
comes
don't.
from a rubber plant.
Okay.
So this might be true, I don't know, but apparently silly putty was originally created as a substitute for rubber, but because silly putty doesn't hold its shape, it was made into a child's toy.
I love that.
Oh, that's amazing.
Man.
So they were like, here, Timmy, you play with this.
Yep.
That's like the bubble wrap story all over again.
Yeah. Oh, I love the bubble wrap story.
Oh, man.
All the inventions that turn into other things.
Engineer James Wright was one of the people trying to solve a problem, which is when he invented silly putty by mixing boric acid into silicone oil. The substance wasn't close enough to real rubber to replace it, so the government wasn't interested. But a man named Peter Hodgson saw it that it might be good as a toy.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Here for that.
I still have my silly putty that I've had for like 20 years, and it's still rubbery and pliable and everything.
That's wild that you have had silly putty for that.
It's surprising that you held on to it for that long.
Well, it's like my stress toy. You know how Nova plays with slime? I play with silly putty.
Yeah, but the same silly putty for 20 years?
Yeah.
God damn.
Clean.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's just surprising.
Yeah.
It's impressive, really.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Ready for something else?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh right. M something Spectrix, I don't know, said nobody knows how eels reproduce. I feel like that's not true, but then again, these are true
right.
that are
I thought eels were asexual.
Yeah, so I heard something recently about, like, no one really knows where eels come from.
Asexuality and
They're
they
aliens.
can reproduce from their self.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay, so like that's what I thought. I thought eels were just asexual and they just made them from themselves. They were like, here's another one, another eel.
I'm just gonna jack off real quick.
Another eel magic.
To this day, no one really knows precisely where eels are quote unquote made.
What?
How are baby eels made? We still don't know.
Oh no.
Does nobody have eels in captivity and tried to breed them, or have they bred themselves, or what? What do you mean? You
So,
don't know.
eels exist, of that there is no doubt, yet these slippery beings have never been spotted mating or giving birth. Ever.
There's just eels. There's like eels, and then one day there's another eel.
Yeah.
What if we just put a camera inside an eel captivity fucking place and then watched it forever?
Well,
and
they
then-
might not like breed in captivity. Like they might not mate in captivity,
at all.
or like they might just maybe I don't
Might be
know.
camera shy.
Like every
Well, that's what I'm saying.
animal's
If they are asexual, if you just put a camera on them, then you'll be able to eventually tell when they have a baby, right?
I think asexual is the wrong term. I know what
Yeah.
I know that there's a term that you're thinking of, and I can't think of it right now, but I don't think asexual is the right term. It's a term for an animal that mates with itself.
So it would be asexually reproduce.
Yes.
Like you can asexually reproduce. It doesn't make them asexual.
Yeah.
That's what
I know there's a term for it, but I don't remember what it is.
Yeah.
About to find out.
Okay.
Asexual reproduction term. The only term is asexual reproduction.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. There's no other. There was another word for it. There just isn't.
All right. Then ignore me. You are correct.
That doesn't make me feel any better, though. I want to know why we don't know where eels come from.
I'm working on it. So basically, when they reach sexual maturity, they go to a place and presumably mate, but no one has ever watched them mate, and no one can ever find the offspring.
Are they classified as male and female at all?
I think so. Yes.
So, like, would they be able to like figure it out through their genitalia and like studying them? Like, this is how. Because fish, like, when they do eggs, like the male gives the female the sperm, and then the female lays the eggs and puts the sperm over the eggs, and then that's how
I mean, I don't know if they mate they don't make like salmon. Salmon mate weirdly.
Are they a fish or are they a reptile?
They're not technically a fish, I
didn't think so.
What are they?
Maybe eels are technically a fish, and the thing that we think are eels that aren't eels aren't fish.
What?
It says eels are fish. It says it. It says they're ray-finned fish.
Yeah. So eels are fish, but there are species that everybody thinks are eels that aren't actually eels that might not be classified as fish. Hang on.
Larva?
I don't like that word.
It says on Britannica that they make larva.
Well, I mean, everything that has an egg makes a larva.
Yeah. The stage.
Even humans.
That's uncomfortable.
Oh, I don't like that.
What's a stage in the development cycle, isn't it?
Yeah.
It says, okay. It says, regardless of their final habitat, all eels probably pass through the stage and extended larval phase in the open ocean and undergo metamorphosis to a juvenile stage that is a smaller version of the adult. So are you telling me instead of dying, it just turns into a baby?
Yeah.
What that is?
Yeah.
So we just have the same amount of eels that we've always had, apparently. That's just how that goes.
What? So it dies instead of dying? It just
metamorphoses into a child, into a juvenile stage that is a smaller version of the adult.
The larva does?
No, it says that the eel does in general. As what I just read, right? Unless I misunderstood English.
Regardless of their final.
I might have misunderstood that. Because that was confusing, like, terminology.
What is that stage?
100-year-old mystery solved. Adult eel observed for the first time in the Sargasso Sea. After more than a century of speculation, researchers have finally proved that American eels really do migrate to the Sargasso Sea to reproduce. A team of Canadian scientists, go Canada, reports having established the migratory route of this species by tracking 28 eels fitted with satellite transmitters. One of these fish reached the northern boundary of the Sargasso Sea, the presumed reproduction site for the species, after a 2,400-kilometer journey.
Jesus.
So it's not that we didn't know where they came from. We just didn't know how they mated, because we've never been able to figure out where they mate, which we now know is the Sargasso Sea.
So how do they mate?
Well, I assume, eel lays egg, other eel puts sperm on egg hatches, becomes larvae, which becomes tiny eel, and then the eels go back to wherever they were.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
We just didn't know where they were coming from.
We're just like, the fuck are these?
Just eels showed up at some point.
That's concerning.
We didn't understand. Why?
As humans, we don't understand a lot. I feel like there's a lot of this planet that we just haven't even tried to figure out. Like, there's a good bit of the ocean we don't even know about.
I feel like we have been trying to figure it out for a while. Like, that's sort of what we're known for, is we're like, I don't understand this thing. Let's understand this thing. And so, like, we
Yeah.
try.
Either try to understand it or absolutely destroy it. There's no in between.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes both at the same
Sometimes
time.
both.
Like, we haven't been able to, it's not that we haven't been able to, like, or haven't wanted to explore all of the ocean. It's that we haven't been able to.
Yeah.
Because, like, the amount of pressure at the bottom of the ocean is insane.
Yeah.
Like, we get crushed. It's the opposite of going into space.
We haven't had the instruments for it.
Yeah. And I guess it's easier to, like, keep something pressurized without, like, atmosphere than it would be to have too much. Like, to
Absolutely.
keep it from, like, collapsing on itself.
Yeah. Building something to withstand that amount of pressure takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
Or a lot of time.
Both.
All right.
Yeah.
So I think we've done this one before. Someone said the Dutch once ate pieces of their prime minister.
That's true. We did that last time.
We did do that one. Okay.
It was either the last time or the time before that, but we definitely did
yeah.
it.
Like
It was the last time because I listened to it on my way down here.
Ah.
if you want answers to that one, go listen to the previous podcast.
Go listen to the previous podcast, which was titled something. Was it "Don't Lose Your Feet"? Was that one?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember. Oh no, it was Benedict Cumberbranch.
Yeah.
That's the last one. The one before that was "Don't Lose Your Feet."
That's amazing. All right. Well, Raiden 24601 said red pandas, the small ones, were named before giant pandas, the black and white ones.
They're not even pandas.
They're not even pandas.
Well,
Are the
here's the
bears?
thing. Because
aren't
if pandas were named after the red panda, then technically the red panda is the correct panda,
Huh?
right?
Mm-hmm. Technically.
I thought red pandas were marsupials.
They are raccoons.
What?
Technically.
They're trash pandas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Wow.
related to raccoons.
They're fancy trash pandas.
Yeah.
Fucking trash pandas.
They're so cute. Oh,
They're so cute.
They're so violent.
When they get scared, they like stand up and like put their paws up
I
to
know.
look bigger. Like, they're
It's
just like,
adorable.
They are really cute.
like if someone comes to you and goes, "Grr, grr," you're just gonna go, oh, blah.
That's true.
Yeah, that's how I
Somebody
feel.
stands in front of you just staring at you with their arms crossed.
And pandas aren't even bears, are they?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
I thought the big panda was a bear, but
Oh no, pandas are bears.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah,
There's a
they're
bear-
they're part of the bear family Ursidae.
yeah, they're
That's
marsupials.
what it is. Yeah, yeah. I knew there was a bear that wasn't actually a bear, but
Koala
everybody
bear
thinks
is
it's
a
That's a
marsupial.
koala. Yeah, koalas aren't actual bears. Red pandas are the only living member of their taxonomic family, but they are most closely related to raccoons.
Okay.
While giant pandas are in the bear family. So red pandas could be considered the original quote unquote or only true pandas, even if giant pandas have grown more famous over the years.
Ah,
Fair enough.
that's cool.
Hmm.
So they were named first.
They were named first.
That's cool. So they're like, I am the original.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm the OG panda.
yeah.
And this is the last one I think I got for today.
All right.
Dirk, I don't know, Dark Magic.
Hmm.
And humanity wasn't the first intelligent species on this planet.
Well, yeah.
Octopus were.
Were they really?
Yeah, right?
Well, if they're talking about humanity as in Homo sapiens sapiens, then yeah, obviously we weren't the first intelligent ones.
Well, yeah, because there were a bunch of different kinds.
There
but,
were a
like,
bunch of different ones, and we just murdered them all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but like beyond that,
that's we did that. We established this. That was like episode number 2.
yeah, I'm aware of that one. It was a wild thing to learn. Like we've been murder hobos since the beginning. This is
Yep.
the worst TV campaign ever.
Yep.
right now we're trying to change that. So everybody needs to stop being murder hobos and stop sucking. Just stop sucking.
Just start caring about people.
care about people. It's not hard.
Stop being murder hobos. Stop being caring. Start being caring hobos.
Mhm.
Yes.
Point is, continue to be hobos.
Yes.
Empathetic.
Empathetic hobos.
Sympathetic hobos. And empathetic hobos.
Yes.
Yes. Sympathy and empathy are two entirely different things.
They very much are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If someone
I'm sorry,
Bo
for you,
was
I'm
walking
sorry.
around.
Oh, so I'm sorry for you and I'm sorry with you. That's
Yeah.
sympathetic and empathetic.
Yeah.
So if someone named Bo ended up having a hoe, would he be a hobo?
Could be a boho.
A boho. What if Bo was a hoe?
So that would be a so
Then he
ho
would be a hobo.
Bo would be a hobo.
Yeah, because he'd be a hoe.
'Cause
He
if
would
was a hoe.
be, he wouldn't be a hobo. He'd just be hobo.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
his
Like,
nickname would be Hobo.
Yeah.
Oh, now I need to know
Or
someone
Bo
named
the
Bo.
hoe.
Yeah.
Oh no. I now need to meet someone named Bo. That's kind of a hoe.
The main character of Lost Girl was named Bo.
You could also watch fucking She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. There's
Yeah.
a character named Bo in that.
But like, I want a real person.
Oh, I can't
And
help you
tell them
then.
that they can get slightly offended.
Can't help you then.
Yeah. Well,
If there's any Bo's out there who's slightly a hoe,
Let us know.
so I can call you Boho.
Hey.
or hobo.
Or Hobo.
All
Or Bo
right.
the hoe.
Oh, we were looking up a thing.
I mean, technically,
We were, and I can't find anything on it because everything is talking about aliens.
succubus. So she was a hobo because she was a succubus.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Have I told you my theories about succubi and incubi?
No.
Not sure.
Oh.
That succubi and incubi are not female and male respectively. They are bottoms and tops respectively.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
absolutely have a female incubus if she's a top.
Oh my god.
They're just subs and doms.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Oh fuck.
Oh man.
For those of you that don't know, Google it.
Yeah.
We're not gonna explain it.
That's too much to get into.
Yeah, it's a bit deep.
Oh man.
Come on now.
It's not how deep it is, it's how funny it is.
It's not about the length.
Your ability to use it. All right. How are we on time? Because that's all I got for today.
We are way good, my friends.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I hope you all enjoyed this episode
I
for
did.
educational purposes.
We learned
Once again-
plenty of things today.
Oh, it was great.
All the stuff.
Once again, say happy birthday to Nerd.
That's me.
And thank you, Mars, for joining us on
Yes.
this wonderful episode.
Thank you,
And
Mars.
our dog Mouse, who has been laying here the entire time.
You're just the sweetest boy.
Yeah. If you want to send in a cool fact that you know, you can send it to friendlyneighborhoodchangeling@gmail.com or go on my Instagram. That's flicker_spark or flickerspark_. There we go. One of those. You'll eventually get it right. And I'll put up a thing sometimes to put your cool fact. Anything else to add? Is it?
I think we're good. That's,
Think we're all right?
that's a wrap, folks. Thanks
Oh,
thanks for joining us. Yay!
Yeah.
Bye.
There we go. Perfect.